Hello and welcome back. I feel like I have been a little bit MIA in the past week. Mini life update. We are actually moving next week. We are currently in Edmonton, Alberta, moving back to Saskatchewan, eventually moving in the fall, but things have been a little bit hectic between trying to put out content, trying to pack everything. Brennan's schedule is still as busy as ever, and of course if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see that Lily is as busy as ever. She never stops moving. It was a miracle I could find 10 minutes to sit down and film this for you, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the top 15 for Miss South Africa 2020. In case you missed it, I did do a predictions video, I guess, like a favorites video for Miss South Africa after they announced the top 35. I based it all off of their videos that they submitted to try to, you know, get the title of Miss South Africa. Of the top 35, I chose a personal top 10, and then I had some girls who were on my radar. So I'm happy to share that of my personal top 10, 6 of those girls made it into the top 15, and then there were as well 4 girls who were on my radar that also made it. So technically I mentioned and talked about 10 of the top 15 in my predictions video, so I feel pretty proud and impressed with myself for that, because I was just basing it solely on the pictures on the website along with the video that they submitted. So here we go. Here are your top 15 competing for the title of Miss South Africa 2020. First up, we have Anarzade Omar. She has a BA in Strategic Communications and Marketing from the University of Johannesburg. Then we have Afalele Mbio. She has a BA in Integrated Marketing Communications and describes herself as calm, positive, and ambitious. She was on my favorites list. Then we have Busy Esther Toa. She's 27 years old. She is a senior and FET phase teacher who graduated from the University of Johannesburg in 2017 with a Bachelor of Education. I thought she did a wonderful job with her video. She was very sweet, very enthusiastic. She was on my favorites. I also made a note about her skin. Her skin was literally glowing in her video. I was like, oh my god. Next up, we have Chantal Pretorius. Chantal was also on my favorites, and in this photo on the website, she reminds me a lot of Lauren Howell, Miss Universe Canada 2017. And when I first saw this video, I actually also, oh my god, when I first saw this picture, I was also reminded of Jennifer Hawkins, Miss Universe 2004 from Australia. She reminds me a lot of Jennifer Hawkins mixed with Lauren Howe. I think she's absolutely stunning. She's a full-time working model, and she also finished her BCom business management degree and has a diploma in nutrition. I really think she can rise to the top of Miss South Africa. There's a lot of strong contenders this year, but Chantal is definitely high on my radar. Jordan Vandermeyer. Jordan has an absolutely stunning face. She's an international model and spends half of her year normally working in the US. Of course, COVID has kind of interrupted things for her. Then we have Karishma Ramdev. Karishma was on my radar, or on my favorites as well. Oh my gosh, I feel like I cannot put words together today. Karishma is a doctor working on the front lines of the COVID pandemic, and I think she is an absolutely amazing contender for Miss South Africa. There's something about her aura actually kind of reminds me of the current Miss South Africa, Sasha Lee. There's just something about her. Maybe it's like their look, their face, I don't know what it is, but there's something that reminds me, like they remind me of each other. Then we have Lebogang Malengu. She was on my radar, and she is a food scientist working in research and development for a large multinational. She's also a social entrepreneur and owns a community bakery, which is super cool. I think that's super sweet. She's just absolutely stunning. I really think she has a lot to potentially bring to the title. Next, we have Matsipo Sitol. She was not on my predictions, not on my radar, but she is a 4th year law student, so I don't know how I missed her, because I always feel like, because I have a law degree, because I went to law school, I always feel like I noticed the law students, so I must have just kind of slipped by her. She was inspired by Sasha Lee, who reminded her to be comfortable in her own skin and that every shape and size is beautiful. Next, we have my personal favorite for the crown at this point in my video and still to right now is Melissa. She's 24 years old. I think I can I can just totally see her with the crown right now. There's just something about her, the way she talks. You know, she is absolutely top 5 material, not only for South Africa at Miss South Africa, but to me, she is totally top 5 material for at Miss Universe. She has a BA in motion picture medium from AFDA. She majored in television writing, which is very unique, very different, and I really believe her platform, what she's bringing, what she wants to talk about with the potential platform with the title of Miss South Africa is something that we really need in the world right now. Natasha Hubert. Natasha was on my radar list, and here she is. She made it. She is, what does it say? She's a public relations officer at RFJ Inc. Attorneys, and she has a BCom in marketing and management from Boston City campus. I don't know what that means. Anyway, she seems like a very strong contender. I had in my video, if you guys watch it, that she reminded me of Demi Lee. Just something about the way she talks, not necessarily how she looks, but maybe a little bit her face, but just how she talks and her accent remind me of Demi Lee. Olin Shea de la Cruz. She was not on my actual predictions list, but on my radar list, and she is in her final year of completing a bachelor's degree in business admin in media operations management at Boston Media House. She co-founded her own marketing company called Swish EP. She also works as an account manager for a media and advertising company. She does so much. Then we have Palisa. I did not have Palisa on my list or on my radar, but it says here that she has an undergraduate degree in economics and risk management. She's doing her honors in economics at Northwest University. Then we have Savannah Schutzler. I noticed Savannah, I didn't include her in my video, but she is an actress, and she graduated with a BA degree in drama and theater studies. She went to AFDA and graduated with honors in live performances. I mean, all these women are strong, amazing contenders. Then we have Shuda Fedazo Musida. She was on my list. I thought she was absolutely amazing. I had her, let's see, I had her on my radar list. I had her on my radar list because in her video she seemed a little bit shy. I would like to see her come out of her shell a little bit more and hear a little bit more from her, but I really think that she could be a dark horse in this competition. Last in the top 15 we have Tato Musele. She's from the Northwest. She's a medical doctor currently completing her internship with the aim of becoming an anesthesiologist. A very impressive woman. I mean, these women are unbelievable. I'm sure you guys have noticed this as well, but the Miss South Africa team is killing it in terms of being a national competition. Everything from the way that they've branded to the headshots that you're seeing in this video, I could easily already see a back-to-back for South Africa at Miss Universe. South Africa is just becoming one of the most powerful countries when it comes to pageants, and not only the women that are competing, but the way they brand it and the way that they showcase that this is not just a competition where women wear beautiful dresses and get glam and speak on stage. It's about so much more than that. I commend the Miss South Africa organization for really stepping up the game, and I hope that other national pageants are taking notes and going to make their competitions just as amazing, just as remarkable, just as inspiring, because this is what we need to see for our women of right now and our women of the future. Let me know who of these top 15 are your favorites to win, or maybe you just have one favorite. I have a couple. I'm sure you can tell who they are. Two of my front runners right now would be Melissa and Chantal. I really feel like they're standing out for me right now. There's other amazing women. I just can't decide, but those two are the ones I can think of off the top of my head who are standing out for me. So let me know in the comments who are your favorites, and I will see you guys next time.